Um, I volunteered her at the last minute tonight to come help me. So thank you, Maggie. My name is Tiffany Eichhoff, and I am a motivational speaker. So I thought I would give a speech for you guys today. I am 31 years old. My sister and I were 2 months premature. I am an identical twin. I was born with cerebral palsy, and my sister was not born with cerebral palsy. I also have a younger brother, just to give a little background. And I am living proof that no matter how many obstacles you have, you can achieve your goals no matter how long and hard you have to work. When I was born, the doctors originally told my parents that I would never walk, probably never graduate high school, never graduate college, never drive, and they didn't know if I would even be able to function, basically. I graduated high school, in 2006, and then I went to college. Now, most people, when they graduate college, it takes them about 4 years. It took me 8 to get a bachelor's degree. I went to 2 years at community college, and then decided to go to Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville. Go Cougars. I highly recommend them. It's a very accessible school for people with disabilities. So, if you have any questions, let me know. When I was growing up, I used a walker. I used every kind of cane in the book, quad canes, you name it. I've had a total of 10 surgeries. I also was a huge stutterer until I went to college and majored in speech communication. And part of that is you have to get up in front of people and talk and do public speaking. And I don't stutter very much anymore. It got to the point sometimes when I would talk on the phone, I could barely talk on the phone, or I could barely carry on a conversation. And so I've overcome that a lot. I am also a person with depression, so what she talked about really struck home. I have major anxiety, and I also just got diagnosed with chronic neutropenia just a few months ago. So you and I, we relate a lot. And one thing I just accomplished about a year and a half ago is I got my driver's license. Most people get that at 16. I get that at 30, and I drive with hand controls. Parents still won't let me drive by myself, but I'm driving. I still don't live independently on my own, but I'm working on that. And I also have I have a mobility service dog. But I wanted to talk briefly about a major dream that came true. Who is a huge country music fan in here? Anybody? Okay. So this will all make sense in a second. This would be the lovely Keith Urban. Now, I've been a fan of his since I was 14 years old, and I just went to my 17th Keith Urban show about 10 months ago. Now, it has been my life school to meet him. I did not have backstage passes for him, and I actually won second row seats on the radio station, and they also gave me Kelsey Ballerini backstage passes. So I met Kelsey Ballerini backstage, and the ushers and the security guards asked me, because this was up at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater, they said, "Hey, would you like some help backstage to get you out of backstage? And I said, sure, because it was rocky and gravelly, and that and CP doesn't mix, so I'm like, sure, I'll have the help. So they were escorting me out from backstage, and my friend Katie was with me. She was ahead of me, and all of a sudden, Keith Urban comes out from behind one of the stages or something and starts walking down. And my friend Katie's like, oh my God, Tiffany, it's Keith Urban. And I look up and I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And the usher's like, we have to keep moving, we have to keep moving. But I'm like, but, he's right there. And all this, and I'm like, okay, I'll just put my head down. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, Nana, okay, send some angels down or something. Because I'm like, he's right there. And I'm thinking to myself, what am I gonna do, run towards him? No. And so I keep moving. We make a turn, I'm almost out of there. And the guys came down because all I heard was, hey baby, what's going on? Lord have mercy. And it turns out, I guess he saw me or saw the security guards or something, because instead of him walking totally backstage, I guess he saw me and turned and started walking right behind me. He started walking right behind me. And I'm like, oh my God. He's like, hey baby, what's going on? And I stopped, and my friend Katie just stopped. I'm like, my heart just stopped. And I turned around, and there he was, like an inch behind me, and we started talking and everything. And he saw my sign. I had a big hot pink sign, and I said, this is my 17th show. I would love to meet you on stage. And because after we got to talking, and I talked a little bit about me, I was like, would you like to read my sign? And he read it back and forth, and he smiled and shook his head, and he goes, nah. And he rolled it up, he goes, you don't need this anymore, and gave it back to me. Because I didn't need to go on stage anymore. We already dealt with that. So I was like, oh my God. And so he gave me 2 hugs. Not 1, but 2. I was like so excited. And I got a huge picture with him. So, after we were done, he went straight to the VIP tent, and the security guard, after we got out of there, I started bawling and crying, and he goes, are you okay? And I go, I'm fine. He goes, I just wanted to let you know. He goes, just want to let you know, all the security guards and all the police stopped everyone from coming out of backstage except for you. You were the only one that didn't get stopped. And I'm like, oh my God. So anyway, dreams do come true.
That's wonderful. Tiffany, another round of applause for Tiffany. All right, we have got our last table closing. It's our juiciest table of all.